Greetings and welcome to the energy of Scorpio. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. This is a reading for Scorpio, and we're going to be focusing on the 8th house and its relation to the 2nd house. What this points to is that after transformation occurs, after deep intensified polarization occurs, something happens where everything becomes more familiar, okay? That is the irony of the path of Scorpio, is that they pull in people whom are Venusian by design. They're extremely beautiful in that they can be extremely authentic in terms of their own realistic perception or projection into reality. And with this, there's something that can be attained in terms of the need or the drive to bring forward a sense of resolution to celebrate the Venusian capacity of relationships, okay? And with that, it becomes terribly grounding for the energy of Scorpio, okay? So that is the axis, and that is what we're playing with. We'll be going to the Great Mirror eventually, which is a tool devised by the Order of the Twin Sun to look into the karmas that exist between Scorpio and a significant other. It can be a timeless reading, it can be in relation to the month of January. But firstly, we're going to be going into a karmic reading. This is for the energy of Scorpio in the month of January 2023. What kind of action is going on? Ooh. Okay, so there is an experience that has not yet been experienced. There's a way to revisit also old scars through this mystery, this experience, this thing that hasn't been unearthed yet. And as you approach this experience, it will be for the quest of truth, and you might come to a point of simultaneity in which, in this singularity, in this explosion of an experience, it's going to be very interesting. What it brings about is a sense of realization, truth. It might even bring in a sense of stillness. Some may call it stagnation, some may call it stillness. And in this stillness, there's an ability to balance out the past and the future and to come up with this sort of realization, okay? What's coming to mind is a sense of empowerment that has to do with the path of the heart, trying to come into a true mode of being, a true mode of exaltation, okay? And this has to do also with inspiring oneself to become true, to become quite authentic. Because the Queen of Cups is also playing with the Queen of Swords here, there is a transmutation of water to air, okay? This has to do with the idea of moksha and the idea of kama, and how there is a certain sense to bring forward a way of thinking, okay? Using the intellect for a higher purpose, for a purpose that leads to the path of moksha and liberation, spiritual attunement. There could be something that occurs that helps you to plant in a new seed or a new inspiration, a new fire, okay? A new sense of doing the right thing, the dharmic thing. And this will all come as a type of surprise for you. It will let your walls down, and there could be a sense of vulnerability. And we're going to look more into this particular reading right now. Okay, yes, there it is. The Ace of Rods does show up, and that's the difference between the 9 and the 10 here. What this is going to bring is a ray of realization, a ray of light so powerful, so intense that it's going to humble you in some way, shape, or form. Something that you have not experienced yet is going to occur in the month of January that is going to revisit your old scars, help you to understand those, and to help you to understand something, a bit of the burden that comes from this path of trying to fulfill a sense that you've been going through the right experiences or the right number of experiences. So this can be a way to bring down and transform you in such a way that it will bring you, it will humble you. Okay, that's the best I can do. An experience that will humble you, something that you can learn from. We can't go any deeper into that particular reading. No, we cannot. And we'll go straight into the Great Mirror now. Okay. We have the Atila card, the sun obscured by clouds. We have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. This person views you as a mystery. Whomever you're dealing with, they see you from afar. They manifest you in some sort of way. The darkened sun, the shrouded sun. They've done this. There's something about this where a culmination point may point to a sense of joy, okay? But at the same time, this is going to transform this person like a moth to a flame. There's something about you that is shrouded in mystery when it comes to this, but also it produces the effect that all you offer to your own world, to your own Scorpio place is shrouded by Neptune, the fog of Neptune in the month of January. This is a type of connection that has to do with much promise, but an inability to give the right day to become empowered by the situation. At the same time, there is a path here that is quite similar. A path that both of you may fear to be numbing in some way, shape, or form. A path of numbing. And also a path of pain. I think you may be coming to a type of realization, something that you cannot share with them. At the same time, there's a possibility of great love, but then this turning into a way to negate that, to let go of it, to let fate take over. I think also there is a way for you to contribute to this person, to give them a pittance of some sort. It's not that you pity them, it's just that you would give the time of day, you would give a bit of yourself in terms of this, but it's more of a representation. It's not actually the literal thing. I think the thing about Scorpio in this particular situation is that they will be forever shrouded in their own mystery. They won't be able to understand themselves for what it is in terms of their relation to this person. What comes to fruition is the Two of Cups that is being poured out by the Star card. Okay, this card in particular. And with this, there is déploiement. There is a sense that things become surrendered, and a sense of fate takes over this. Okay, there also is a path of domesticity, a path of familiarity, of the domicile, of coming into a sense of being in the right house, being in the right place, being at the right time. But because the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles are coming up both in reverse, there is difficulty in maintaining this type of situation. There is a block, and there is a way to try to understand the paths of pain, or the way of thinking when it comes to the situation. The more you think about this situation, the more it actually becomes difficult to materialize in one way, shape, or form. At the same time, you're dealing with someone who is bringing you forth, who is calling you forth, who is trying to understand your light as it pertains to the shroud of mystery that involves you. It's a very interesting reading. At the same time, this could be a karmic situation in which truth can evolve out of the alleviation of karma, of the quest for peace. At the same time, this kind of peace, it requires the surrendering of most, if not all, emotional content. To purge anything that is toxic would cause a sense of peace. But at the same time, there is a sense of expectation in that, and I'm not sure if it will be totally understood, or if it will be totally sort of resolved, this type of expectation of love or of connectivity. That is the very best I can do for this month. I am gutted, I'm tired. I do wish you well, my dear Scorpio. Hopefully that has helped you. Thank you, bye-bye.